Marketers are discovering that many of all the time-tested advertising strategies just don't work anymore. Now, I will admit, most mistakes are being made by omission. The advertiser just doesn't know any better. But with so much on the line when campaigns get launched, I believe that keeping mistakes to an absolute minimum would prove very helpful. If you are looking to know if you are traveling down the wrong road with your campaign and what you need to do to get back on the right path, the next few minutes will discuss the 6 biggest mistakes that marketers are making with their campaigns and what you need to do to change direction. Number 1 mistake, relying on referrals or word of mouth exclusively. When you depend on word of mouth, you are allowing middlemen to control your flow of new customers. You might have delivered a superior product with exceptional service and done this at a phenomenal price tag. But if nobody is talking about you, your cash register quickly stops ringing. Now, please don't get me wrong on this one. Word of mouth is absolutely phenomenal. No campaign will ever replace raving fans, but even your biggest fans get busy with life and just forget talking about you. Now, the solution? Make sure you have an external marketing program that is targeted at reaching your most desired customer. Business is far too competitive just to wait for happy customers to talk you up. You need a plan that is going to deliver a message that's relevant and meaningful and helps to create a pipeline of new customers. And this doesn't have to cost a lot of money. A small but consistent campaign will prove to deliver the new customers that you need to survive and grow. So let's move on to mistake number 2, depending on what I call shotgun media exposure. Now, this typically happens when an advertiser decides to give something a try. They buy the package of the week, crank out an ad without much thought, only to have to execute their line of credit when the media bill comes due. Now, the solution to shotgun media purchases is this. You've got to resist the urge to test something out and commit to a plan that will deliver your message day after day, week after week. Consumers are easily distracted and they are bombarded with messages and will forget all about you unless you are consistent. And I just mentioned this. It doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. You can reach a lot of your targeted customer base with a small but consistent media campaign. So let's move on to mistake number 3, which is competing on low price alone. When you lower your prices as your main strategy to attract customers, you are attracting the bottom feeders. Now, let me be clear on this. Bottom feeders don't care about you and they will not become repeat customers. They only care about the deal they just scored. Now, you've heard this before. Nobody ever wants to overpay, but few people are exclusively price driven. And like I just said, price-only consumers will drop you once you even attempt to get a fair market price for your goods or services. Now, the solution to all this, you need to promote your higher level of service, your expertise, and the value that you offer. We've all read the consumer surveys and the studies. If you do provide higher levels of service, higher levels of value, consumers are always willing to pay more for that experience. Mistake number 4, and I'll share this disclaimer up front because it is going to hurt some feelings, delivering a meaningless message. Most ads fail to deliver a truly relevant message to the consumer. Advertisers love to extol their customer service, their awesome selection, their low prices, and the same exact stuff that everybody else is saying. Consumers simply tune out, and tuned out consumers never become a customer. Now, the solution to this, take the time needed to create a truly meaningful message, something that is different and useful to that consumer. Without a powerful message, your marketing program is pretty much doomed from the beginning. Now, that creating that message that cuts through the clutter and gains attention, I'll admit, is pretty hard work. You are going to have to dig deep and spend time developing a message that truly resonates with consumers. Spend the time needed to find out what you are really good at. Make that your main position and then shout it from the rooftops. Mistake number 5, not making marketing a priority. For most advertisers, greeting your customers, working with your staff, that is always the highest priority. And when things are busy, marketing efforts quickly get shelved because they're working on everything else. And there's a false hope that momentum will continue to attract new business long into the future. But when they cut their marketing efforts, they actually shift into neutral and things quickly come to a standstill. Now the solution to this? Make sure you just keep marketing a priority and resist the urge to shut things down when things are going good. Keep your program in gear so you always are attracting an ongoing flow of new potential customers. And finally, mistake number 6, developing an intricate marketing plan that becomes impossible to implement. Many marketing plans look like jigsaw puzzles with dozens, maybe even hundreds of pieces. And while these plans might actually work, most advertisers out there do not have the hours or the expertise that they need to execute that plan. Now the solution to this? Make sure your marketing plan is built on simple steps that can easily be implemented, measured, and built on. A simple marketing plan that is up and running is infinitely more profitable than the perfect plan that never gets off your idea board. Now, is all this work? Of course it is, but a successful campaign can be yours if you consistently deliver a message that is compelling, meaningful, and relevant to that targeted consumer. So there you have it, the 6 most common marketing mistakes and how you can go about fixing them if you're guilty. Hey, thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful as you go to work building a better campaign for you and your company. And hey, this wouldn't be YouTube without the pitch, so here it comes. If you did like the content, found it helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel, hit that notification bell up in the corner, and feel free to share your comments. Until next time, I wish you good selling.